One of my very favorite comics of the year so far is Miracle Kingdom from Scout Comics, written by Michael David McCarthy with art by Alonso Molina Gonzalez. As we start, a lady is walking through a rundown section of a town and goes into a rundown building looking for Winston Donovan. Her name is Alma Sarez, and she needs help for her son. She's been referred by an Inspector Rodrigo, who tells her that Donovan had helped to catch the Scarlet Mirage. When she finds him, he remembers this case. It was a magician that was scamming casinos. She tells him that her son is being scammed by a faith healer, a televangelist named Lester Benny. Now, faith healer catches Donovan's interest, but he says new cases require approval from up above. So he tells her that he really can't do anything to help her out, and she goes to leave. And as she's leaving, she falls over a weak banister. So he goes running out, thinking the worst, but she's been caught by cables. And she says that the Lord has saved her. So Donovan then agrees to talk to her son. So then we switch to the House of New Salvation. And this is where Lester Benny is putting on his show. He's singing and dancing and using catchphrases and call and response from the audience. But you notice that there's no Bible and there's no verses being spoken. He just tells one lady, "Diabetes be gone." And after the show, he's signing autographs. And Donovan goes to speak to him, but is informed that he will only sign official merchandise purchased from the gift shop. So Donovan introduces himself and says he's a member of the Good Deacon Society. And he eventually finds Miss Sarez's son, Paolo, and tries to get him to take his medications that was given from his mom. But he refuses. And eventually Donovan takes his leave. Now the Prosperity Network, which is airing the Faith Healer show, among others, is watching all of this. And they want to find out who this guy is. So Donovan then decides he's going to follow up with people who have been healed by this faith healer, and they do seem to have been healed. So now he's definitely intrigued. And he decides that he's going to recommend this case to his superiors. And one thing you notice about this comic is that it's all very old-fashioned. Even the phone that Donovan uses is old-fashioned. And he seems to be a character who's out of time and place, obviously on purpose. So I really enjoyed this a lot. I felt a lot like I was watching an old movie from the 40s or 50s, something starring Cary Grant, something along those lines. Really intriguing. I haven't seen anything like this in comics this year, and I'd really recommend it to anyone who wants something different. As a person of faith, I was a little hesitant about picking it up, but just decided to. And it doesn't bash people of faith. It actually bashes the scammers of people of faith. And so this is issue number 1, and I'm looking forward to issue number 2.